So unless you've been living under a rock, then you know that EVs are hot and a growing sector. That means you also know about lithium, and I have something interesting to show you. Hi, this is Fabi with Equity.Guru, and today I want to talk about a lithium company that's doing something sort of at the edge of the market. They're not your usual, let's go into the fields, whether it's brine or hard rock, and let's extract the lithium. These guys are tapping into technology that, if it works, could be very, very interesting. Let's take a look.
This is E3 Metals Corp, a new source of lithium in Alberta. Now, when I first heard of this, what do you mean by a new source of lithium? Well, it turns out that, as you probably already know, Alberta is a province in Canada that is very well known for producing lots and lots of oil. It's the heart of energy in Canada. Well, it just so happens that a lot of the infrastructure that's already in place for the oil fields has come and gone, in the sense that they have been able to extract most of the oil in certain areas, and the water that's left over from all the oil pumping, all the water and oil pumping, has some lithium in it. Now, don't freak out, it's not really high grade lithium, but the question that E3 Metals is posing is, can we extract the lithium from this water, and can we do it efficiently and cheaply enough in order to basically tap onto this infrastructure and reuse some of that material that has already been not just explored but used up, and extract lithium from it. Now, it sounds like a very complicated science project, and it kind of is. Now, the reason why I think it went from about 27 cents in late February to a high of 48 cents in late March, so basically just over a month, it almost doubled. It's because of a few technological breakthroughs that they're actually doing. What first caught my attention was this right here. E3 Metals closes oversubscribed private placement. And if you click on it, you can see that they were able to raise $1.39 million, and this is just a little bit higher than what they predict they will need to spend in 2019, with half a warrant for 2 years. Now, the most interesting thing here is that if you read this, you'll see that interest is very high. Due to strong demand, the company accepted oversubscriptions of approximately 32%. So they were only planning to take in about $950,000, but so many people wanted it so bad that they were able to raise 32% more than planned. Now, if you go back to the lithium market and you think about what's going on, you might think that lithium is coming back. Here we have Neo Lithium. It bottomed at 56 cents late December of last year, and it has been reaching mostly higher lows and higher highs since February, since really the same time that E3 Metals took off. Here's Lithium Americas Corp, same thing, end of last year, bottomed at 377 and going higher. Oro Cobre, end of last year, pretty much bottom near Christmas and already higher, not by a huge amount, but higher. I could go on and on and on. You get the idea. But that's not the only thing going for E3 Metals Corp. It's not just in the right sort of rebound market. There's also a very interesting piece of news that came out on the 4th of March, and it says that E3 Metals achieves a major milestone with breakthrough performance of its proprietary lithium extraction technology. So let me break this down to you. I am no lithium expert, but I can tell you that the whole purpose of this company is to find whether they can develop technology that's good enough to extract lithium at a decent cost in a mineral body that they are pretty certain is there. This is a very large and low-grade body, and they're hoping that the technology can be improved enough in order for this to make sense money-wise. Now, what they published here is that they were able to concentrate the amount of lithium that's extracted to a much higher degree than they had previously. Basically, they had gotten to a level of just under 1500 mg per liter, and now they're able to extract through improvements in this technology up to 300 something milligrams per liter. Now, lithium, in order to be sellable and to have any value whatsoever, needs to be extremely, extremely pure. They have to be able to remove all the impurities, or most of the impurities, to a degree that you and I would just simply ignore, but makes a lot of difference when you're using lithium. And they say so right here. To reach the target for battery-grade lithium hydroxide, lithium is refined and impurities removed to reach a 99.5% or greater purity. So this stuff can be 0.5% impure or less in order to be battery grade, in order to be good enough to be put in a battery for your phone, for your car, whatever they use. Like I said, the resource is quite large compared to what's available out there. You see a lot of the names that I've mentioned previously on this graph, but do take note that this is mostly inferred. So they need to upgrade this resource to measured and indicated to make sure that it is actually there in the amount that they say it is. If you know your lithium, I would recommend you to go and check out their corporate presentation at e3metalscorp.com, because they have some really interesting graphics and they explain step by step their technology. Now, one of the coolest things is that they're working with the University of Alberta and a couple of other really respected organizations in order to develop this technology. That means that they do get grants from the government, which helps them avoid dilution, and it also helps them speed up the process with people who are specialists in this area. Something to look forward to in the next number of months is to see how they manage to build a pilot plant and a pre-feasibility study with this improved technology. As you already know, there are many steps to research. In order to get to commercial production, you don't have to just develop something, you have to develop it and try to scale it, try to take the technology into the field where it's going to be used, and sort of simulate how it would use with everything in bulk. If these guys can pull this off, if this technology really is cost effective for extracting lithium, then I think there could be serious money to be made here. Now, on the other hand, if the technology doesn't fly, or if it works to an extent but it isn't economical, then you're not going to get anywhere. So if lithium is your thing, you're interested in battery metals, take a look at E3 Metals Corp. Keep an eye out for not just the technology that they're developing, but the cost of implementation. It might be that the costs are still too high because it is a fresh technology, but it might be that the costs are very low because there's a lot of already existing infrastructure that they might be able to reuse or leverage. And that's E3 Metals Corp.